Hidup rakyat.
Hello, welcome back. Teh Tarik Hour. Ah Kit, Azreen, you know, Teh Tarik Hour, gmail.com, all that nonsense lah.
We'll fast forward.
Forget everything. This is a big week for Malaysian. Why? Because something really spectacular happened this week.
This week's a lot of things will happen in Malaysia.
Now, if you don't know what happened, either A, you are not Malaysian, or B, you are very, very blissfully ignorant, meaning you don't. All these things don't bother you at all. In which case, I think I'm quite jealous of you lah. If you, whoever this person is,
I believe all the Malaysian will know lah.
I mean-
Okay, you know what? What we try to recap for our audience lah. The thing is, we got the new Agong.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what we want to talk about actually. Yay!
New Agong.
Yay, the new
And then
Agong.
we have this Najib case also.
Oh, that happened. Well, if you see the title, you should know already lah. We're talking about Najib's recent scandal. Not
Scandals,
lah.
pardons.
It's his
pardoning,
happiness lor.
happiness for him lah.
Well, it all started, I think, like around Monday, right? There was either Monday or Tuesday that time, before the Agong, the changing of the Agong there, lah, the transition. News come out. Najib pardon was being discussed. Well, actually, the first thing I saw was like, I think Utusan, our video gives a thumbs up for that as well. But I saw, was it Utusan or something, release an article saying Najib received full pardon. Wow, I tell you, after that news come out, wow, so many people, what happened? Why is Najib getting full pardon? What happened? What's going on? Then later on, the Utusan or the newspaper say, oops, sorry, we don't know yet. It's a question mark. So our mistake. So already there was that case of people like, oh, what's going on? What happened? And then one of the minister from the pardons board come out and say, well, don't say anything yet. Let's wait until official statement or official announcement. But no announcement was given at the time because we have a new Agong for a new sultan there to take over lah.
The Johor Sultan take over.
The very lovely man.
Billionaires Agong.
So amazing. I think we will not say anything bad about the monarchy whatsoever. If there are differing opinions, there might be different opinions in my mind, but you cannot read my mind, so you cannot say anything. But regardless, we have a new Agong. Then the waiting game continues. What is the official statement? Out of nowhere, CNA, Singapore's news site lah, the news branch there,
CNA, yes.
released an article saying, wow, it's going to be announced that Najib's sentence will be reduced by half, and he will get a discount on the fine that he has to pay. They didn't specify the amount, but it will be...
It's reduced until it's 50.
Well, we'll get to that.
Oh.
And then Friday comes around. Finally, the official statement comes from the board of pardon. Najib's sentence has finally been reduced by half to 6 years. Originally, Najib was sentenced for 12 years. Now it is 6 years. And his fine was supposed to be reduced by half, but I think this might be a mistake on their reporting or something. They say reduced by half, but the original 210 million ringgit Malaysia fine has been reduced to 50 million ringgit only, bro. 50 million ringgit only. 210. This is he got a ampao discount already. He got a big ampao, bro. CNY came early for Najib, man. So that is what has happened so far, and we are living on a post Najib sentence reduction. Ah Kit, tell me, How do you feel?
How do I feel?
How do you feel now that Bosku has reduced his sentence? Now, here's some technical background lah. So, there are some conditions on his sentence reducing. For starters, yes, the minimum now is 6 years. Okay, and if on good behavior, he can apply for parole, which means you can serve your sentence outside of jail in 2025. So next year, let's say he's a good boy lah. He doesn't do anything bad. He really a nice boy. He can go and apply to say that, oh, can I have my sentence be done at my home? So technically, he would be out of jail by 2025 lah. Well, he can apply for, but he will still be under house arrest until the remainder of his sentence, which if it's 6 years, it's by 2028, right? 2028. But there's also another caveat also. He can choose to pay a fine, if I'm not mistaken. No. That's if you don't pay, he has also he can also if he doesn't pay the 50 million, right? They will add another year lah, basically. So maybe like if it's 2028, maybe 2029 lah, it will come out. Now, if he has good behavior and you know, he does everything right, he can be out by 2026. I have a cheat sheet here actually. If you see why I'm looking, I have a cheat sheet here based on Malay Mail that gives the best situation for Najib is he will be out by 2026. Now, there's also another thing going around saying that now that he got this pardon, Najib technically can apply for another pardon for a full pardon. Now, essentially what this means is because currently his pardon is reduced sentence, but he is still convicted, meaning he cannot run for parliament, or he cannot be a politician, or well, he can be a politician, I guess. He cannot be a minister for 5 years. You are barred from joining the to play politics for 5 years after you finish your sentence. If you get a full pardon, then you can immediately run for prime minister again. So he can join back UMNO, everything like that. So right now, as it stands, if Najib finishes his sentence, he will still need 5 years to wait until he can join the politics. And GE, the next GE, if I'm not mistaken, is 2027. Now, if he get a full pardon, let's say next year he decided to apply for a full pardon, that means he's a free man, free conviction, and he can join for the 2027 election.
Okay.
So
after you
all
so many,
if you don't realize I'm quite invested in this lah, but
okay. After you talk about the Najib, they have what you call that, the sentence, and they already decide their pardons, all these things lah. Do you think the justice is fair for our rakyat?
Let's hear your opinion first. Like, what was your reaction when you heard this?
I actually I heard this. I have no feeling for this one. My idea is really because Najib is just a small case for the corruptions for me lah. I think it's just a small case, and the big fish actually Najib is not the small fish but the lagi big fish the lagi best lagi big fish is the behind.
Who is the behind then?
I don't want to mention. I don't want to mention.
Okay.
For him, yeah. But the one thing is he can become a parliament member again and then become a minister again. This one I cannot take it lah.
But again, that only hinges on the fact that if he get a full pardon, not necessarily he will get it lah.
Yeah, you mean I because of these corruptions I cannot find, and all the people know. I mean, all the world know I'm the PM who have got corruption. But the second thing, he can go back to the parliaments and become a parliament member again and do the same thing. Or maybe not to do the same thing, I don't know. Then, you see the world, how the world look at Malaysia. Oh, you see, Malaysian people's, the corruption PM, after they maybe do something is like wayang-wayang. After wayang-wayang, they become back to the same thing also.
Return to glory, man. There is no, you know, you don't get punished for it.
How many billions is gone? Then, I can. yes, a normal life back again. And maybe just a 5 years, I disappear on the screen. Then after that, I come back.
Well, I mean, he didn't disappear on the screen. He's actually still on the line there, bro. Always there, man. But that's interesting where you say you feel nothing. Is that nothing? Would you say that's a good reaction or a bad reaction on your side? Like, do you think like it was a good thing that you have no reaction to it, or do you feel like what?
I feel like no reactions.
Yeah, but like, do you think that's for you? It's like, do you think like that would fall on a good thing to be or a bad thing to feel that way?
I in the middle, bro.
Really,
I not.
You feel like it's not affecting you at all, is it?
Yes, not affecting me at all. But for some like you full pardon.
Sorry.
For Najib, that one is not fair lah.
And we're back. Sorry, mic problems as always. It's not our show. If it's not technical problem. Sorry, you were saying that. Oh, I was asking if this affects you. It doesn't affect you at all, right? That's the news of Najib being pardoned, right? And
because we think about the entire picture of these corruptions, Najib is play of the one is one of the fish who got the corruption is very big fish. So if let's say we want the Malaysia's like with clean governments, we have to do something. If not only just Najib. Najib is one of the member who are do the corruptions, but for this case, the also doesn't got any warnings or any warning for those people who are have a corruption letter on or the previous corruption people. It's like, oh, corruption is just a small case. Then it's not gonna fine also. Yeah, you get it.
But the thing is, like, I want to know, like, why don't you feel more angry over this decision?
I'm not feel any angry.
Yeah, that's why I want to know, why do you feel? Do you not feel like you have the right to be angry about this, or you don't feel like I don't know? It's like a betrayal of you as a rakyat. It's interesting because, like, here's the thing, right? Maybe your perspective is different in the sense that you think you look at Najib and he's maybe not an important piece of the puzzle, right? Maybe you say this is just Najib. There are bigger things to worry about. Is it?
I'm saying if let's say he a very heavy punishment, I also not feel very happy also because it's just a one people ma. If let's say we want the entire corruptions, the entire corruption scene, the scenes, you want to do something on these scenes, you have to like you give some people Najib, they are put in a jail and whatever lah. How heavy the you think how heavy the punishment for Najib is fair enough for the people? You think it's very heavy punishments not let maybe we rampas his all his money and
does that mean you don't want that kind of punishment toward Najib, or is it like, or like?
But
okay.
This if let's say you rampas all his monies, but you're not fair for some other people also.
Who other people is not?
Who are the people? Who are the people who are right now? I think it's very old people and still enjoying the corruptions, right? Some people's like Sarawak, that side also got Malaysia.
So I mean, yes, that I agree. There's still rampant corruption in that sense. Like our last episode, Corruption is Our Culture, where we dive how far back this culture of corruption goes and then how it still maintains today. My stance on that is that with Najib in that case, right, it sends the signal that people who do this corruption don't need to be afraid. That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
And to me, it sounds like, well, this pardon case is like whatever lah. It is what it is. Or is it? That's your feeling, is it?
But for idealists lah, you ask me idealists, if let's say what kind of punishments Najib get will be fair for all the peoples, right?
Who is the people we're referring to, right? Yeah, or you mean the people of corruption? Like I want to clear that lah. You mean like, is this punishment enough for me as a rakyat? Is it? Is that what you're asking? Like, for the people, who do you mean is the people there?
No, the people. Okay, rakyat. Okay.
The
The
Malaysian
rakyat,
lah.
you
the
have to
average Malaysian lah.
have to give the answers to the rakyat, to the peoples who do the punishments, right? Okay, the ideally lah, these people, our rakyat, if let's say for Najib, maybe he cannot be a parliament member. So one thing, he cannot be a parliament member anymore. Cannot be a PM or minister. This is one thing because he done some things wrong to the Malaysians.
Okay.
This is one thing. The second thing, maybe he are rich enough. He cannot stay in Malaysia or live in Malaysia. He cannot get out from Malaysia because you are done something wrong to Malaysia and to our people.
Okay.
So even you have a rich, you get billionaire also, you cannot live in Malaysia. This is what I'm thinking. This is the right thing to do lah.
So basically, you want to kick him out of the country.
Kick him out of the country.
I disagree with that because, first thing first, when it comes to punishment, right? I do believe in rehabilitation rather than corporal punishment or capital punishment. What I mean by that is like, if you're a criminal and if you exhibit the ability to learn from it and to be remorseful and try to be a better person, then I fully support for the usage of pardonings, reducing sentencing, and all this, like reducing punishment and all that. Because like, at the end of the day, criminals are people as well. Criminals are humans as well.
Yes.
Right? If they have the capacity to change, we should try to focus on that to show that, you can be a better person after you go through punishment.
Correct.
The issue I have with Najib is that he went to jail saying that he's innocent. He still believes he is innocent. And after this, he will still maintain that he is innocent. Meaning he has not changed. He has not shown remorse. He has not shown capacity to admit to his fault.
Maybe he really innocent. His wife will do something. Do you know?
Okay, I mean, regardless, right? There is still criminal negligence. He was the prime minister. You tell me he's completely free of any wrongdoing. And plus, the money is into his bank account, bro. SRC already proved he's guilty. He already is guilty. He's already convicted. Now, if you tell me, you come to me, it's like, Najib comes out to me, I admit what I did is wrong. I will try to be a better human being and I will strive to work better for the Malaysian people and I will pay my time and I will do all this. When you show that level of remorse, then I would say, okay, at least he's trying to change. I will agree with that. My man still feel like his daughter is saying, oh, my papa is still innocent. He should be given full pardon. Bro, he cost billions to the Malaysian, right? He is instrumental in that. And he gets to go away easy like that. Cannot, ma. There needs to be accountability. If it's not him, then who? Who is responsible then? You still want to drag Mahathir and Daim and all this. Those are all very corrupt people, I will admit. If we put Najib there, we should put also Mahathir. We should put Daim. We should put whoever we think is corruption, go there. But if this is the case that we put in, like, oh, Najib stole billions, stole millions for this. But you know what? Let's give him a chance lah. Give him half lah. Okay, and if he wants, he can go early as 2026 to come back home. And then no need to pay lah. We just reduce the fine lah. You don't worry about that money. If we think like that, then why we need to apply that to everyone? Sheikh Sadiq's case, his criminal charges, 7 years, and then caning. Why don't we just half to 3 years and then 0 caning? Why not? Is corruption what? What is the logic we're putting here, man? This is the president I'm talking about. Like, if you set this as your standard, everyone else after this will think the same way. And is that something acceptable for you as a rakyat? For me, I don't think. I'm actually quite pissed lah when I heard that he was getting pardoned. And then I got pissed still even when they said, oh, it's just half. And then
I absolutely agree.
But I don't see him deserving that because he has not done anything to show that he deserved that. All that people have seen in social, at least, right, is basically saying that, oh, it's, God's will. We can't question this. This is just God's will. Like, what does that mean, man? God will gonna put your food on the table, is it? God will is gonna help you with your pension. Right now, our government servants can't get pension anymore. Why? Because we have no money. Why we have no money? There's a reason why for all this, but Apparently, that's not as important as, I don't know, giving Najib early release. But that's my opinion. I don't know about you, like, cause like I feel like people should be more angry, or at least I do see some people who are angry, but maybe it's the vocal minority there, lah. Do you feel like the people are not as responsive, or is this the right reaction right now? Like people not caring.
Mm. I
I don't worry about filtering yourself. Just like let your feelings come out. Like what exactly you feel there, lah. I don't think you need to justify your reasoning. I don't want to say like, oh, okay, you need to explain yourself. Why you think like that? I just want to understand what is it that your process in thinking about this. Is it that the focus is to never always be on Najib? That they're always the bigger fish we need to worry about?
I think if we have to like, who are the what you call that now? We already corruption the pride. We are want to get back the money first. This is like very important things.
No, but we got the money back.
Mm.
Is the problem that we still have a bunch of debts based on that spending from all that money? Like he uses the fund to pay for something, but like you pay something and then you take it back. The people who say you take it back, well, I mean, you know, there's interest, there's all these things, and there's also fine for doing all
But
this.
what do you think if let's say
punishment?
how fair if let's say for Najib, what the punishment Najib is get is it fair enough for if let's say your ideally is the punishment for Najib?
For SRC case, the punishment I feel like fair enough. 42 million in the embezzlement of the SRC case. He got 12 years and 210 million. Okay, fine. Reducing that, there needs to be a reason why it needs to be reduced. That's my case, lah. Because the thing is, if you say what is fair punishment,
Mm-mm.
if we're looking as a totality,
Mm-mm.
as a whole, as Najib as a whole, under the 1MDB case,
Mm-mm.
I think he should be fine to pay the entirety of all the funding,
Mm-mm.
and then at least 10 years in prison for stealing and misleading the people, the rakyat, and then not be allowed to run for ministry or whatever political position, lah. But I'm not here to give out sentencing. I'm here to say that, is this a proper justification in terms of like the rule of law? Does this represent us following rule of law? Is it like, okay, for you, what would make you happy what would make you happy in terms of like Najib's case?
Make me happy, sir.
Is it you don't want him to go to jail at all, is it?
No, I'm thinking like I just want not say me lah. I think rakyat want to see the punish is fair enough, but the fair enough the guideline is what is the fair enough for him go to the jail and put him how many fine. This is the how we justice the fair for the person.
Of course, there is a sliding factor in terms of like what is
Some more he get the murders in a murder case. Some more involved the some of the murder case. Is
the
he
RM210 case, which I guess there's still no.
is he like really fair for him is like he get out to Malaysia. This is what I'm thinking. Get out from Malaysia and then rampas all his money. Then that's it. What do you think?
What, you mean like what? Is it fair for us to take his money?
Take all his money, then rampas his money.
Are you against them, or are you want them to take his money? That's what I'm trying to figure out here. Is it like you don't want the government to take all his things or something like that?
No. Of course, I want the government take all his thing lah.
Oh, so you want?
I agree lah. Of course, I agree lah. But I'm thinking is like I'm in this case I in the middle, because some people who doing bad also like other people. Why other people is not affected? Only Najib will get affected. this is why I'm thinking. Yeah, Najib is he got the corruption is a very billions thing, but it's not he only one of the people like that one.
Of course, I'm not saying that we just focus on Najib and that's it. But my issue is that if Najib gets this treatment, what about the other people who are doing corruption? It really just tells them that, well, look, Najib is someone we don't like, and we give him this nice of a treatment. If you are someone we like, then you probably get even better treatment than him, lor. That is the problem. Like, I want Najib to go to jail and get punished for all this. I want also all the other people who are in part of this corruption to also get the punishment. But we can't do that if this is the case for Najib. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think the punishment for Najib should be, equal to the amount of crime that he committed lah, and the level of crime. Someone stealing 2 billion should be treated with the same level of punishment that's on that level. It cannot be like someone who stole 50 ringgit from Milo gets 10 years in jail and no pardon and has to pay a high fine. Why is that common man or common woman gets worse punishment and less pardon compared to Najib? Yeah. Too serious already. Too serious, is it?
No, yeah.
I mean, look, I guess it's not an easy subject to tackle, and I can get very passionate about the idea of this because here's the thing. Just to go some personal stuff lah. When I was younger, I used to think that I really hated Malaysia, because like I don't agree with its thinking, the thinking of the Malaysians and all this. And I always thought myself, maybe it's better I just, become a different nationality lah. But the older I gotten, the more I realize it's not that I don't like Malaysia and Malaysians, because Malaysians actually are very good people, are very passionate people, and very kind people, and have all these great values. The problem is that we are led by all these people in power that say that they want to protect the people, but instead of doing that, they just further divide by doing this nonsense. Okay, it makes me less distrust the government. Anwar comes in and say, I'm a reformist, I want a clean government, I want to make things better. How is this representing that? How is this justifying? What is the justification for this? We don't have the reasoning, and they're not going to give us the reason, because they say, well, it's not our duty to tell you. Then who do you serve? Do you serve the people, or do you serve yourself? Who are the masters? That's why it starts to get like, I began to realize that I have love for the Malaysian people. I just really hate the people in power that lead us to further divide. What I'm saying is, I want a revolution. No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. Joking only. I'm a good citizen of Malaysia. Okay, I vote. Well, maybe not vote for next election, actually. Now, I mean, okay, we. I feel like you have trouble trying to express opinions in this, and I don't wanna push you where you're uncomfortable. So let's move on to a different thing, lah. How do you think this affect Malaysia moving forward? Is that a lighter question compared, or is this still heavy? Is it? Okay lah. Then how about this? How do you feel about Anwar now?
Okay, you come back to the first question. Actually, I'm not you. I'm not like you are so. What do you call that? So passionate on the politics, right? You are the person who are very passionate.
I'm a bit.
Into it lah. Some more in the Najib case is a very big case. I mean, their corruption is all that, and then in the end, the pardon from our government.
Well, so we don't say from who.
From government.
But is the pardon there lah?
So I think a lot of Malaysians, especially a lot of Malaysians, say, "Oh, not fair, this one." But in the end, right?
I get there's like a very defeatist, or like you just resign, like say, what to do lah. But the thing is, I do believe we have the capacity to make that change again. Bersih was a point that shows that we are capable of like uniting against this corruption or this level of evil. So I do believe that we have the capacity to do it again and to make things better again. Do you not feel this? Do you not share the same views there?
I mean, Bersih.
Yeah, it's like people coming together and then do something about it.
But after the Bersih, let me see, after the Bersih, you can see, Anwar become a prime minister. Everything is like, oh, he's so good. And then he have but I still mention the same thing. We should give the new government, have the new, more time.
You still have that mentality after what happened now?
Because it's very hard for the current government to do something also. It's not say a government is not, I think they are also not enough power to do a thing because I know a lot of...
You don't think like this would make it worse for the current government? The fact that this this pardoning came for Najib? Like, do you think this is a helpful thing for the current government or is this a worse thing for the Madani? Or you don't think it affects them at all, is it?
For government side, of course, they have promised our rakyat. CSA mentioned says want to like to do the clean government this thing lah. But in the end, the promise is an empty promise for us, right?
But again, like that, what is your feeling there? Is it like give up lah, whatever lah?
You know, the thing is like you can see lah. If let's say for government side, they have do a lot of things like the police, they try to implement the police
Body
cam.
Well, I mean that's
all that is they are doing the well in the people's, but in the upstate there, maybe the government side, the big fish lah is still alive, and then but the small people the small people like the police, the traffic police, all that they implement the camera. Actually, this is one thing maybe they are going to change. Don't know whether this is a good pathway or I don't know lah.
It's not about good pathway. This should have been implemented a long time ago coming because the police in Malaysia are uncontrollable. Recent cases of sexual assault by police officers coming out more recently, and that's only people who are like civilians. We haven't talked about people who maybe a sex worker who get mistreated by the police. There is no justification for that, and there's no evidence of that because we don't have these body cams and we don't monitor. The corruption level there is crazy there lah. But when you have something like Najib showcasing that this kind of corruption is not taken seriously, then how would that reflect on everyone else down below who participate in the system? Like, for me, that speaks volume to me lah. Okay, it speaks volume to me that the rule of law, the justice, and then your responsibility towards the rakyat, none of that matters. And if that is what we signal to the rest of the world, how can they look at us and take us seriously? How can we say to ourselves that we will become one of the best countries in Southeast Asia? How can we honestly tell ourselves that we can be a developed nation when this is how we treat the criminals or at least like people who abuse the rakyat? There's no accountability. And then the rakyat is supposed to say like, whatever, just take it lah. This is you are the people lah. You can't do nothing ma. Who's the boss here then? Who's the master?
But who can change our governments? Who can change? Because these governments, even those nowadays, the new government also, the corruption is already inside the blood. I believe even Madini, I don't know lah. Maybe the corruption is inside the blood. Inside the atmosphere. We cannot escape. Even maybe got the new people, a new power to change all the old people. I believe is Anwar their side people also is the old people, the old generation people also. They're the same. Maybe they want to do a clean governments, but some people, some kakitaan, still the same. These are old people. You understand what I'm saying?
I mean, I know what you're saying is that it's still the same old faces,
Yeah.
right?
If let's say you want to change, like, or maybe you can get some new hope, maybe a muda. No lah, now it's no already. Maybe you will get some new bloods that change all the old bloods.
How I'm
Then
saying,
you have a new Malaysia lah.
PSM, Parti Socialist Malaysia. Maybe not lah. If it's not popular enough, you don't have a fancy face like Teh Tarik or whatever that lah. But I get that there is no light at the tunnel. It looks like there's no light at the tunnel. It looks like everything is so dark and so bleak. But I do say that because of Najib once again, I think he will light the fire in the Malaysian people to really come and say that we should not be taking this easily. There needs to be accountability. Someone needs to answer for all this. We cannot just let it slide again. Because if that's the case, right, what's the point of our current leaders then? If this is the way, why, if this is how they treat themselves, why should we, bow down to that? If they say like, oh, it's okay to, stealing billions is okay, apparently, then why don't I just, start stealing other things as well? No, this logic is too stupid. I think people who start thinking like that is a child brain actually. You can't be thinking like that, right? The most importantly, we need to make sure that there is accountability here. You just let things happen, it's like it will keep going. Status quo, remain the same. Is that what we want? Are we happy with just like a handout, 100 ringgit e-wallet every 4 years? Is that enough? Are we happy with so many tolls and highways that barely get used? Are we happy with a very tall TRX tower, but our road has so many potholes? Is that the thing that we're okay with? Are we accepting that as Malaysians? I personally don't lah. But then again, maybe I'm just an idiot speaking out here to no one there, not thinking whatever. But okay, I feel like you're very reserved this episode. You macam don't want to.
I don't know. Today I just feel like so nervous about this.
I don't know. You nervous? You scared say wrong thing, is it?
No lah. Okay, so
I mean, that's it lah. I feel like we talked enough. If we keep going, I feel it's more like Azreen's rant about the government, and Ah Kit is there to listen to me lah. So I don't want to punish Ah Kit more lah. See, I also don't want to punish people also ma. I want to give fair punishment.
Pardon.
But that's all for today. Let us know what you think. I feel like the comments is gonna be very exciting for this one. If it gets, who knows? Maybe this video won't do so well. But if it does, and people comment after, we do want to hear your opinions. How do you feel? Is the pardoning fair? Do you think Najib deserve full pardon, or should he be punished even more? Let us know in the comments. As always, do share, like, subscribe. Reach out to us, tehtarik@gmail.com. This is on Spotify as well if you want to listen to via audio.
Goodbye.
Okay.
Thank you.